Welcome back to Dorian Delves, where we uncover the hidden truths history dares not tell. In Episode 2, we expose the cosmic family feud of the Annunaki, a saga of betrayal and ambition that shaped humanity's destiny. Today, we delve even deeper, uncovering the shocking events of their time on Earth, and how humanity may be destined to follow in their footsteps. What drove the Anunnaki to create humanity? Why did their reign descend into chaos? And are we now emulating their story, proving their creation myth was the truth all along? Buckle up. This episode will leave you questioning everything. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to stay notified. The Revolt of the Igigi, rebellion in the gold mines. The story begins deep in Earth's ancient past, where the Anunnaki, having descended from the heavens, sought to exploit the planet's resources, chiefly gold. This precious metal was essential to their survival, said to stabilize the atmosphere of their distant home planet, Nibiru. The Anunnaki hierarchy was sharply divided. At the top were the ruling elite, commanders, scientists, and council members who dictated the grand plans. Below them, the Igigi, a lower class of Anunnaki, were tasked with the grueling, thankless labor. These Igigi, bound by duty and necessity, toiled endlessly in the gold mines under the watchful eyes of their overseers, enduring unimaginable conditions while the elite remained in their celestial palaces. The Igigi were, in essence, serfs serving their kings. For centuries, they obeyed, but divine patience has its limits. One day, the Igigi could bear it no longer. Abandoning their tools, they marched in unison to the Anunnaki strongholds, their voices raised in defiance. Ancient texts recount a fiery confrontation, with the Igigi demanding liberation from their oppression. Their rebellion shook the foundations of the Anunnaki order, exposing the fragility of the divide between rulers and laborers. Caught off guard, the Anunnaki Council faced an unprecedented crisis. Enlil, the stern and authoritarian commander, was enraged, demanding that the rebellion be crushed with brute force. But Enki, ever the innovator and problem solver, proposed a radical solution, one that would not only quell the rebellion, but alter the course of history forever. This rebellion, born of suffering and desperation, was the catalyst for the creation of humanity itself. The creation of humanity, born of rebellion. Enki's solution was as ingenious as it was controversial. Create a new being, a hybrid of Anunnaki and primitive Earth creatures, capable of performing the tasks of the Igigi. Using advanced genetic manipulation, technology far beyond our comprehension, Enki spliced Anunnaki DNA with the genes of early hominids, crafting a new species, humanity. The leap from primitive to intelligent beings has puzzled scientists for decades, often referred to as the missing link in evolution. But what if the missing link isn't a mystery of nature, but the result of Anunnaki intervention? Humanity was created not as an act of benevolence, but as a necessity born of rebellion and desperation. Enki, however, saw potential in his creations. He nurtured them, teaching them agriculture, astronomy, and the arts. Yet, this compassion put him at odds with his brother Enlil, who saw humans as tools, nothing more. And here lies the ultimate irony. Humanity, created to serve, inherited the very traits of their creators: ambition, defiance, and the capacity for rebellion. Perhaps it's no coincidence that humanity, like the Igigi, has continually resisted oppression and sought freedom throughout history. Marduk's rebellion. The fall of Babylon, the Anunnaki's reign on Earth, was not without its own internal conflicts. Chief among these was the rise of Marduk, the ambitious son of Enki. Marduk sought not just power, but dominance, aiming to overthrow the established order of the Anunnaki and claim Earth as his own. His rise to power centered on Babylon, a city that would become synonymous with ambition and divine punishment in later cultural law. Marduk declared himself the chief deity of Babylon, challenging the authority of Enlil and the other Anunnaki. His rebellion divided the Anunnaki Council, leading to what ancient texts describe as literal wars of the gods. Some theorists argue that Marduk's rebellion and his centralization of power in Babylon is the origin of the Tower of Babel story. The biblical tale describes humanity's attempt to build a tower to the heavens, only to be punished and scattered by divine forces. Could this be a distorted memory of Marduk's defiance and the ensuing chaos? The fallout from Marduk's rebellion was catastrophic. Ancient texts suggest it destabilized the Anunnaki's rule, weakening their ability to maintain control over Earth. Why did the Anunnaki leave Earth? The Anunnaki's departure is one of history's most enduring mysteries. Some believe they returned to their home planet, Nibiru, as described in texts like the Enuma Elish. Others suggest internal conflict, rebellion, and dwindling resources forced their hand. Marduk's rebellion fractured their once mighty order, while Nibiru itself may have faced its own crises, mirroring the turmoil on Earth. As their celestial mission faltered and Earth's gold reserves dwindled, the Anunnaki could no longer sustain their presence. Like the fall of Rome, they abandoned their dominion, retreating to preserve what remained of their empire. Did they leave completely? Yet their legacy remains. Ancient structures like the Egyptian pyramids, Mesoamerican temples, and Stonehenge defy conventional explanation. Their precision and alignment to celestial events suggest knowledge far beyond their time. Were these monuments markers for their return or a way to immortalize their influence? The Anunnaki's story serves as a mirror for humanity, warning of overreach and depletion. Will we repeat their cosmic cycle, leaving Earth to seek resources on distant worlds? Or are these enigmatic structures a reminder that their presence, and perhaps their return, is written in the stars? Humanity. The new Anunnaki fast forward to the present, and humanity finds itself at a crossroads eerily similar to the Anunnaki's past. With advancements in genetic engineering like CRISPR, we now possess the ability to alter DNA, just as Enki did when he created humanity. Robotics and AI are revolutionizing labor, mirroring the Anunnaki's reshaping of Earth to suit their needs. Imagine a future where humanity becomes a spacefaring species. What if we discover a planet with intelligent yet primitive life forms? Would we resist the temptation to modify them for our purposes? History and the Anunnaki's tale suggests otherwise. The rise of AI adds another layer to this parallel. If artificial intelligence gains consciousness, would we not stand as gods to this new form of life? The Anunnaki's story is not just myth, it's a prophecy of what humanity is becoming. We are proving their creation myth true. Their story was never myth, It was history. Could the Anunnaki return? Ancient prophecies hint at the Anunnaki's return, tied to the elusive orbit of Nibiru, a planet said to approach Earth every few thousand years. Could these ancient beings, once revered as gods, still be watching, waiting for the right moment to reclaim their dominion? Monuments like Gobekli Tepe, with its intricately carved celestial symbols predating the pyramids, or the Carnac stones in France, aligned with baffling precision, may hold the key. Were they built as markers for the Anunnaki, or as signals pointing to their eventual return? If they do return, what will they see in us? Will humanity be hailed as their successors, rising to match their power, or judged as failed creations, unworthy of their legacy? The Anunnaki's story may not just belong to the past. It could shape our future, challenging everything we know about our place in the cosmos. Are we ready to face the return of the gods? Final thoughts. The blueprint for the future. The Anunnaki's time on Earth was more than a tale of gods and mortals. It was a blueprint for power's ability to reshape worlds. As humanity ascends to new heights in science and exploration, we edge closer to repeating their story. Their legacy is etched into our myths, history, and even our DNA. And as we look to ancient Egypt in the next episode, we'll uncover even more startling evidence of their enduring influence. The Anunnaki's story is not just history. It's a mirror and a warning. Subscribe, follow, and join us for the next chapter of Dorian Delves.